Let's bring in ABC News royal contributor Victoria Murphy. And Victoria, thank you for joining us this morning. We saw that the palace just put out a statement. How do you feel they're handling this situation?
Good morning, Michael. Well, I mean, absolutely huge news this morning. And we've just heard from the King in the past few minutes. We heard about the arrest a couple of hours ago, but the King has just released a statement in his own words, which, let's be clear, is much more personal than one just from Buckingham Palace. And I do think that that was warranted because people need to hear from him. There's been quite mixed feelings generally about how the royals have handled this. And this is his brother on the Sandringham estate. And in this statement, he says that he's learned of the arrest with deepest concern. And he also said, as James said, let it clearly, the law must take its course, really spelling out there that authorities are going to handle this as they would with anyone else, which I think is very important for the palace to emphasize. I think really key also, Michael, at the end of his statement, he says, my family and I will continue in our duty and service to you all, really emphasizing, I think, their approach that has been to keep calm and carry on with their official duties. But I'm not sure to what extent that is really working at all to move the narrative in any way away from Andrew.
Yeah, because we've seen the families try to distance themselves from former Prince Andrew over the last few years. I mean, what more do you feel like they could do or could have done in that regard?
Well, it's an interesting point, as you say, because you can't do anything more now to sever ties with him. They've taken away all his titles, including the title of Prince, but this hasn't impacted at all how people are perceiving this when it comes to how they're looking at this as being a matter not just for Andrew, but also for the monarchy. And the focus on this over the past few years, and particularly the past few days, has been very damaging. What we've seen in the past few days is that we've seen members of the royal family heckled on official engagement to an extent that we absolutely have not seen before. And I think that really shows the strength of feeling here, that this is not just an issue, as they keep saying, for Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor, but it is also sparking huge discussion and debate around the monarchy as a whole.
And how damaging is this to the monarchy?
Well, I think it's potentially hugely damaging. I mean, we're seeing very mixed opinions here in how they're handling this and what they should do now. But we're also seeing kind of resurgence in debates and discussions around monarchy itself, around this system that we have of hereditary privilege. People really question it. And the monarchy group, the public, is putting out a lot of statements at the moment that are really resonating with people a lot in a way that I think some of the statements from the palace are failing to do. So this is a really, really challenging time for them.
And Victoria, do we know how Prince William, the future king, feels about this?
Well, I think it's very telling that Prince William put out his own statement just a few days ago about this. Until Buckingham Palace, who had spoken on this, and not William and Kate, but William and Kate, Kensington Palace, actually put out their own statement recently. And I think that really emphasized that he wanted to have his say on this, and he wanted people to hear from him on this. You know, this is of great concern to him. He is the one who is tasked with taking the monarchy further into the 21st century.
Well, Victoria Murphy, thank you as always. We really appreciate you. Thank you.